Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Both teams sitting at 1-2 coming into this one. Somebody's going to get back to 500 here in week 4 as away we go. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play coming here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go.
Setting up a throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Chargers take possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Herbert back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Before they can run a play on 4th down, we have a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Ravens will go on offense. 1st and 10 from the 41. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Walker going to motion over right. 2nd and 10 now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. Walker hauls it in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back now, pressure on its way. Oh, it's the screen, pass complete. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They put a receiver in motion here left. Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. 7 yards on the carry, but still 3rd and 15 coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. Throwing from the gun here. Taking a deep shot here. It is caught at the 20. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st down from the red zone. Pass complete to Walker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Hey, check that, street.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They motion the tight end over. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Bullock's kick is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he drives it forward for a modest gain.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Ravens go up 6-0 here in the first. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak, but that time the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
2nd and 10 now, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. And the Ravens going nickel, 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets him what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Riggs. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separate. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have it on 2nd and short. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg for him. Into the hands of Walker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing out to the left. Cut! They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Here we go, set. Go, Lee, go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
65 cat, 65 cat.
Back to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And they'll get to this one right around, no, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll run on first down with Dobbins. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On second down, here's Dobbins. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for third down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on third and short.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
It's third and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air this time. Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's into the hands of Will Dissly. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. All right, set now. First and 10. To throw, Herbert. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Trying again, following the sack. Caught quickly on the slant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
Third and 4 coming up now. Herbert. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. This drive just keeps on moving after the penalty resets that marker. From the red zone now. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Second and 10. Herbert trying again. Has it in close. Touchdown, L.A. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returnable from the 1. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
79 Broncos. Come on, set.
Back to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here.
Ready. Go.
Working inside the red zone.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go now.
He tries to sneak it. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Ravens take the lead just before halftime. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Herbert on 1st down. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10, Herbert. Hauled in by Gray. And they get this down to the 28. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take this up to around the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up second and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We have an injured player down there, and with his history, we really hope this is nothing serious. It is J.K. Dobbins who was hurt on that one. Ravens bring an extra DB out there, third down coming up. Shotgun snap to Herbert. This ball's caught by Palmer.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Algier on first down. And this is a huge loss on the play.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
Let's go. Hey, go Lion.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. He finds McConkey. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with third down and 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
All plays on the table here for third and 3. Running it again with Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. He's got a man left. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. He rolls to his right. He's on the move. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
They run. Here's Dobbins. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Herbert now. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Herbert from the gun. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chargers take the lead right away in half number 2. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Can't handle the hot throw there as it winds up incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And now they face 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
That's caught for the 1st. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Still sticking with the passing game. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They are throwing it again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And they'll down this kick at the 11-yard line, so long field ahead on this next possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carry here for Dobbins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game.
Ravens 14.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They run the counter with Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. To the air this time. Herbert. Complete out to the right. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Algier running behind center. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go again with Algier. And this one doesn't go far. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Herbert back to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. They snap it to Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. A give right side. Here's Algier. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. This is Dobbins. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. He's back to throw. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion. So after that make, a field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing. Finding Flowers. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. A crucial mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away. You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Dobbins gets the first and more. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers stretch it to a 2-score game in the fourth. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no. Coaches say, stay out there. We're going for two. Frying Ford on the ground. And he's into the end zone for two. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. So they stick with the hot hand partner, and he ends up adding two more on top of that touchdown.
I'd say 8 points is a pretty solid try's work for him.
Right.
And as long as he's producing, seeing the gaps, getting the pads down, getting those tough yards, feed that man the ball, he won't be denied.
Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football. There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Chargers beginning to celebrate their win here as they take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock. But the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. So the Chargers